Hello, my name is Mike Pfaff, and this is my YouTube channel, Living in the Illusion. Now, on our board is our subject that we had for our last video. And a lot of this information will go into the video for today. So I want to go through a quick review to make sure we have the right terminology for the next video. Now, in this one here, this was our subject. I'll put my tea down, but this is a elderflower and white tea. A little bit different flavor, and I'm not sure what elderflower is, but it is tasty. So in our, this is what our subject was in the last video. The body only responds to the mind. The body responds to the mind. Now, in our model here, we started off with the body and the mind. And the body, I said, we want to look at it. We want to experience as a whole, as a together wholeness, without looking at the different parts and taking it apart. So I showed it as a block, maybe a wood, a block with no parts. It's just a whole. Reductionism tries to bring it all apart and have interconnections and how everything works, and when things don't work, how to fix them and all of that. I don't want you to think of the body that way. I want you to see it as a completed whole, and the mind as a completed whole. Now, in the mind-body connection, the mind and the body are entangled into one system. Now, mind, not physical. Body, we think it's physical. But when you get right down to it, there's nothing here but energy. This whole thing is energy. And that's what this represents. The everything, the all, consciousness, infinite field of everything. That's what the whiteboard is. All this stuff is on top of that screen of the whiteboard. And when everything is gone, the whiteboard, the everything, is still here. So that is basically what we talked about, the dance between the body and the mind, and the fact that the mind makes the decisions. And we referenced a quote from AI through Google search that says that many times the mind makes the decisions 10 seconds or more before the conscious mind of the body is aware of them. So that all the decisions are being made in the mind, and then the body, which is part of your ego, talks to you and explains why it was a good idea. But it never says the ego and the body didn't make it. So we always assume, well, the body makes the decisions. It's got all that smartness in there and everything. No, it's the mind that makes the decisions. And since the mind makes the decisions, the body responds only to the mind. Now, if you look at the body, you think, oh, no, the body knows what's happening outside, in the outside environment. Well, here's the thing. It doesn't. It takes in information, but the information of the outside environment, whatever it is filtered and sorted and brought to the mind for interpretation. So the mind interprets the information that the body receives, and the mind tells the body if it's cold outside, if it's hot outside, if it's raining, whatever the environment is, it comes from the mind's interpretation, not from the input from the body through the senses. The senses tell you nothing. But in the illusion, we believe, oh no, the senses tell you exactly what's out here in the environment or in the whatever the situation is, at work, in relationships, everything else. We think it's the body that knows. Body don't know anything unless the mind tells it. And so there is a communication between these two always. And I call it a dance. They dancing together. But here's where the power is, and we don't appreciate it, and we don't recognize it in the illusion. So now our next journey, our next adventure starts now. And this is our subject for this video. And I'll read it here because it's very exciting. Hidden secrets. There's only one mind. There's only one mind. Now we have some stuff on the board here on this side, but we're going to leave this for after we look at the other side and get some information. Remember the last video, you're going to see the same model and this one on the other side. So let me turn this over and so we can see our little model right here. And up here at the top, and all of the whiteboard, is the infinite field of everything. Hermeticism calls it the all, and a lot of people call it consciousness. So this is what we got. On here, we have the body and the mind entangled into one system. Mind-body entangled system, and it's energy. It's not a physical thing. And it's very difficult to find physical stuff in the illusion when you really start looking. So this is what we have now. We have this here, this model. And what's in this model? The mind. And what's in the mind? The body. Who makes the decisions? The mind. Now here we have the infinite field of everything. Infinite means it's everywhere. There's no place that this infinite field of everything is not. And in the illusion, we tend to believe that it is the mind, the body, that is all-knowing and all-pervasive. But it's not. It's the mind. And the mind, then, is an extension of the infinite field. So in this model, we have the infinite field. I drew it here up at the top because we kind of think of things at the top flowing down. but it doesn't flow down because it's every place. But for our purposes, we will let this field attach, this infinite field attach here. Now, if you're familiar with chakras, the right above here is your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is your connection with the all. Now down here, you have your root chakra, which is connected to the earth. Your connection, your root chakra. And so energy flowing all the time between these two. But begin to recognize the mind-body connection is one system. It's an entangled system. And you, in the illusion, you can't pull them apart. But in the egoic belief system, all we see is the body. We don't have the cognitive ability to recognize the mind is the decision maker. So we put all our effort into looking at the body. And the body, we have all these other low bodies around here, and they are also connected to this field. They're all connected. Now, so the all, or consciousness, is the only mind there is. All of these are extensions of consciousness. Now, that's an unusual way of thinking about it, but not really, because most spiritual paths, doesn't matter which one you take really, most of them, because I don't know them all, but the ones I know all start out with a single, I was going to use another term, singularity. All start with one thing and then divide into separate things and divide again. One becomes two, two becomes four, and so forth and so on until we're all connected. We're connected through the one mind. The one mind. This is the one mind. And we also are, I'm gonna pass some of this information around because I already wrote it down. So I'll put it up here because I don't want to remember all this stuff. First of all, let us start with A Course in Miracles. And here's what the Course says. And you'll see it up here. Your mind is part of his, and his is part of yours. That's kind of what I said. The all, the mind of the all, is part of your mind, and you are part of it. Most spiritual paths follow that concept too. So it's not unusual that we would begin to recognize that there's only one mind. There's not separate minds. And so, but in the illusion, the duality, we have to find out, well, am I conscious, or who's conscious, or what's conscious? And are inanimate objects conscious? And, big discussions. But here's the thing. Everything is consciousness. Everything is consciousness. Whether it's animate or inanimate, it all comes from consciousness. Now, I have a video that I'll reference up here, and it's called what are sand castles made of? What are sand castles made of? Very profound question. All you have is consciousness. What are these made out of? I forgot to tie this one in. And for continuity, I should tie it in. It's all consciousness. In the illusion, it's all separateness. In the illusion is all ego-driven. And so this going on here with all the interactions between all of the bodies through the mind are all the dance of Maya. And so I'll put that up there because there's a reference in there to the dance of Maya, and so you'll see it. And this is what it says: consider that consider here in the illusion, you are in the dance of Maya, which refers to the cosmic illusion or the deceptive nature of the material world, where the transient world is mistaken for the permanent reality and the self is misidentified with temporary constructions rather than the underlying absolute reality. And there's a reference in that, and it'll take you into other stuff. But this is not all you're not going to get this stuff or understand this stuff just watching one video or looking at YouTube and following, like consciousness, following that around, see where that takes you, or the all, or understanding any of those other things. You've got to be more creative than that. Now, we're going to talk about something else now, something that I left on the other side of the board. But I want to make sure I get this point clear that everything is connected to consciousness. Everything is consciousness. And we, in the illusion, think we can take that out of consciousness and make it separate. You can't, because it's infinite, and you can't divide infinity. You can, through your mental faculties, you can make believe that you are not attached, but you are. And that means we are all attached to the same thing. Now, if we're all attached to the same thing, things equal to the same thing are equal to each other. But in the illusion, we say, oh no, I'm not this person, I'm very special. I'm very special over here. And I don't even like them. But under the illusion, when you get past the illusion, all you have is oneness. Where is the oneness directed? To consciousness, which is the whole thing. Now, I was watching Deepak Chopra not long ago, and one of his videos, which I follow every once in a while, and he went through this same thing, a little different approach, but the same thing. And he says, you can put this all together, explain this in one sentence. Well, that's coming from his standpoint, of course. And the one sentence is this: Atman is Brahman. Atman is Brahman. That's the whole thing. You are the whole thing, as I am the whole thing. And since we are both equal to the same thing, we're equal to each other, brother or sister. But in the illusion, we lose that. Just like we lose the completeness of the body in taking it apart and finding out all the little pieces. But when you take it apart, the magnificence that is the body is lost. And the interconnection between mind and body doesn't exist in the illusion. That's a shame. But let us look what we had on the other board. And of course, if you have any questions, just as soon as I figure this out, it's supposed to work very easy. Now let us look at our number one board. There is only one mind. Now here, I want you to, when you think about the tremendous Hadron Collider in Europe, they put stuff together and they smash them. Bang! They smash them into each other. Boom! They come together, and then they get these sparks. They get these trails. Whoosh, whoosh, all these trails. And they make assumptions. What made the trail? They can't see what made the trail, but they can see the trail. And they make assumptions what the trail is based upon the standard model for subatomic particles. And it's a wonderful thing, but it's a human creation. And in that you see the trail. That's what this represents, the trail. I did this before in another video, and I'll see if I can find it. But what is the trail? We have a trail. Like in the sky, you see the sky, and here goes, you see this contrail in the sky, which is basically water vapor. And you see it in the sky, oh, it's way up there. Oh, that means there's something there. Exactly, there's something there. What is it? Oh, we can't see it with the naked eye. Too far up. We see the trail, and we make assumptions. Oh, it's a plane. But here's the thing. Is it a military plane? Is it a passenger plane? Is it a cargo ship? Is it unidentified flying object? We see the trail, but we don't see the cause. And so we see the trail, and it's a mystery. It's a mystery. We see the trail, and we make assumptions of what it is based upon past human experience. Or it's a wake. You can look in the water, a wake of a ship. Is it a passenger ship? Is it one of those great big cargo carriers? Is it a military ship? Is it a submarine? What is it? Well, we see the wake. We know it's a big ship because of the wake. We know certain things about it because of the wake. But unless we know this, we're guessing. Now, we can do it very sophisticated, and we have a lot of evidence of what the trail means, or the wake means, or the signal means, or the after effect of collisions. But we don't see the cause. we have to guess. Our best guess is what the cause is. And that's exactly what you do every time you make a decision. Oh, I was going to point over here because I usually put it over here. A decision as to your world. It's a best guess as to what's outside of you. Because you never see anything the way it is. This is a human interpretation or a creation. It's not what's there. You never see what's there. Not in the illusion. Why? Your lens of perception. When you clean your lens of perception, then you get to know what this is. When you clean your lens of perception, you'll be that. Why? Because you're everything. You're the one. We're in an illusion, and it's magnificent. It's captivating. But it's an illusion. Give that some thought, and we'll think about, when we get together next time, how to incorporate this into our understanding behind the illusion. Bye now.